Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy again, Don Ken. How are you doing? Oh man, I just did bored. They announced, hey, let me just move around, go to the riverside to see what is happening. So when I got here, I saw these three men. I wanted to have a ride, but there was no life jacket to ride with them. So they asked me next time I should come with my own life jacket because they came with just only one. So I stood there for a while watching them doing their things because they told me they move at a very high speed. They wouldn't want to do anything that would go against the law because here is truly against the law to ride on these boats, speed boats, without, I don't know what they call them, without a life jacket. But meanwhile, as you're watching this outing today, very lovely scene and very beautiful sight to behold, I want to use this opportunity to tell you about the living expenses in New Brunswick. Now, remember, these living expenses, I'm going to do the analysis based on individual, based on the experience I have, based on the people around me. It's not that it's written anywhere and it's not general. It could be more and it could be less. It depends. If you like food like me, you're going to spend more. But if you be these people, they drink gari, chop kernel, sit down one place, they claim fasting, when hunger the mama, you could actually save more for yourself. Now, there's a little bit difference between the rent in St. John, New Brunswick, and the rent in Fredericton. In New Brunswick, you could get a room as low as $500 to $700. But I tell you, in Fredericton, you're not going to see any room at $500. You can only get a room from $650 to $850. So this is the two different places I have lived in for a very long time, St. John and New Brunswick. So I'm going to be comparing both of them. So rent in St. John, you could get a rent for one room, $500 to $700 Canadian dollar for a month. And you could get a one room apartment in Fredericton for $650 to $850 per month. This one is on a personal note. Now for 2-bedroom flat that inclusive utility, sometimes if you're getting a house that is not having utility, you'll be having about $300 extra to pay every month. Now for 2 rooms in St. John, you could get a 2-room apartment as low as $1,100, or you could get it from the range of $1,100 to $1,700, depending on the location, depending on what is in the house. Sometimes you have half furnished, or sometimes you could have fully furnished houses in this amount. Now for your bus pass, St. John have good bus pass, good bus arrangement, because you could get buses at every 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on where you're living. Sometimes you could get for 1 hour, depending on where you are living. So for your bus pass, you could get a bus pass from $70 to $80. Now I think it's $75. So I'm just putting it within the range so you could know. If you're driving a car in St. John, know that you'll be spending a $200 gas per month, $200. But if you're living in Fredericton, I tell you, you will not spend up to $200 gas per month, because almost every places you go to are close to each other. You can see the beautiful environment. Honestly, Fredericton is what I'm looking for. It's a very beautiful environment, the green nature, the fresh air and all that. But cold go too much for here during winter. Then that is it for the fuel. Now for your groceries, if you dey chop plenty like me, you could spend as much as $400 to $500 per month. But now if you manage yourself, I tell you, you could manage $300 to $400. I have done the little arithmetic and I found out that yes, you could actually spend only $300 if you can do your bulk buying. Don't go to market always. Just go buy everything that you need. See me now as a fat rich. I know they chop Kong food. And they try as much as possible to eat organic food from African kitchen. It makes me spend a little bit higher. So you could consider this also. It depends on your diet. You could spend higher in your groceries and your food. So, but at least and at most, you could spend $300 to $500 per month, depending on if you need it. Know that you budget more for that. Now, for your phone bills, these things I'm mentioning are things that are mandatory that you cannot do without if you are living in Canada. You cannot deal without this thing if you are living in New Brunswick. So for your phone bills, you can choose a package of $45 to $50. It depends, just for your data, $45 to $50. Sometimes they do promo. You could get in for $30 or $35 per month for your data. Now, if you are paying phone bills, you've gotten a phone on a contract, you could pay as more as $90 to $100 for any type of phone you're using, inclusive of your data. If you're driving a car, you could get a car insurance from $55 to $300, depending on the make of car, depending on what you have insured, depending on what you're doing. So this brings me to a total of $1,750 if I'm doing the lower part of the calculation, not taking the upper part of the calculation, like getting a room of 500, getting a bus pass of 75, eating food of 350, and then paying a phone bill of $50 without car insurance. You could spend $1,075 CAD per month. So let's just keep it on average. You budget yourself to spend approximately $1,200 per month if you live an average life for yourself. But if you live extravagant life, like making yourself more comfortable, you should budget up to $1,400 or $1,500 for yourself. This calculation is just for one person. Note that if you have family, that means you'll be going for a house rent of about $1,200 or $1,400, which will bring your total bill, depending on how many people you are in the family, to about 2,500 Canadian dollars per month. For family of 3, inclusive family of 5, you could spend as much as 2,500 per month. Or depend where if they eat food like me when I was small, you're going to spend more. But I tell you, if you plan yourself properly, do your bulk buying and manage yourself, you will be living within these means that have made the calculation. So that is it, my friend. I said, let me add more value to this video also as you watch the beautiful environment of Federating. I took my time. I spent time on top of this bridge, looking at the people moving, looking aside, seeing the wonders of creature, taking some pictures and quality video. It was an awesome movement today. So do well to share our video, like and comment. If you know anything that was not able to capture in this video, please type it in the comment section and ask your questions. I will be answering you. Note that it's mandatory from me for you to learn how to drive from your home country before you come to Canada. If not, if winter meet you for bus stop, you no go like this place no good to live without a car. You need even the smallest car. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you in the next episode. Like and share. Remember, it is still your boy again, Don Ken. Have a beautiful moment. Thank you.